Before you fall asleep, your mind often begins to visit tomorrow. Not loudly, not all at once, just quietly. A small plan, a worry, a hope, a sentence you have not said yet. Maybe you think, tomorrow I have work, or tomorrow I need to study, or tomorrow will be busy. These sentences are correct, but tonight we are going to listen to softer, more natural ways of speaking about the future. You will hear phrases like, I'm hoping to, I'd like to, I'm planning to, and if I have time, I might. They are simple expressions, but they carry different feelings. Some show certainty, some show preference, some leave room for life to change. So let the day become quiet. You do not need to prepare every detail of tomorrow. You only need to listen as the future takes shape gently, one thought at a time. The room is calm now. The lights are low. The day has finally released you. Outside, the city is still moving, but more slowly than before. A distant car passes. A window closes somewhere nearby. The air feels cooler now. You lie still and think about tomorrow morning. You imagine waking up without reaching for your phone immediately. Tomorrow, I'm going to start the day slowly, you think. I'm going to give myself a little more time. The phrase, I'm going to, shows an intention. It means you have already thought about the action. It is not only a possibility, it is something you plan to do. But your plan is not strict. You are not saying everything must happen perfectly. You are simply creating a direction. I'm going to make some tea. I'm going to open the curtains. I'm going to begin without rushing. The morning in your mind feels quiet. The light enters slowly. The room becomes warmer. You imagine sitting near the window for a few minutes before the day asks anything from you. I'd like to start with a clear mind, you think. I'd like to have a little silence before everything begins. I'd like to feel more present. I'd like to is softer than I will. It expresses a wish, a preference, or a gentle intention. It does not force the future. It simply describes what you hope to create. You continue imagining the morning. Maybe you will have work to do. Maybe you will have classes, errands, meetings, or responsibilities waiting for you. There are a few things you need to take care of. Not everything feels urgent, but some things need your attention. I'm planning to focus on one thing at a time, you tell yourself. I'm planning to finish the most important task first. I'm planning to avoid rushing through everything. I'm planning to sounds organized, but not rigid. It gives the feeling that you have considered the future and made a calm decision. You do not need to say, I will complete everything. That sounds certain, and life is not always certain. Instead, you can think, I'm going to try to make steady progress. I'm going to try to stay focused. I'm going to try not to put too much pressure on myself. The words try to are honest. They show intention without pretending that everything is under control. Tomorrow may not follow your plan exactly. You may wake up more tired than expected. A message may change your schedule. Something small may take longer than you thought. This is why flexible future language is so useful. If I feel tired, I'll take things slowly. If I have time, I might go for a walk. If the day becomes stressful, I'll pause before reacting. If something goes wrong, I'll deal with it when it happens. These sentences do not predict a perfect day. They prepare you for a real one. The word if leaves room for change. The word might leaves room for possibility. If I finish early, I might call someone I have not spoken to recently. If I have enough energy, I might cook something simple. If the weather is good, I might sit outside for a while. Nothing is fixed. Nothing needs to be forced. The future is allowed to remain open. Your thoughts now move toward the emotional shape of tomorrow. Not only what you will do, but how you would like to feel. I'm hoping to feel more rested. I'm hoping tomorrow feels a little lighter. I'm hoping to be more patient with myself. I'm hoping to expresses a wish for the future. It is less certain than I'm going to, but more personal. It reveals what matters to you. Perhaps you are hoping to speak more confidently. Perhaps you are hoping to be less distracted. Perhaps you are hoping to move through the day without being too hard on yourself. These are not large promises. They are quiet directions. You think about the moments that may feel difficult, a conversation that makes you nervous, a task you've been avoiding, a decision you have not made yet. You do not need to solve them tonight, but you can imagine meeting them calmly. If I feel unsure, I'll give myself a moment to think. If I make a mistake, I'll correct it and continue. If I do not know what to say, I'll slow down. If something feels overwhelming, I'll return to one small step. This is future English, but it is also emotional preparation. You are not promising that tomorrow will be easy. You are reminding yourself that you can respond when tomorrow becomes difficult. Now the day in your imagination reaches the afternoon. Some tasks are finished, others remain. You may feel satisfied, or you may feel that you did less than expected. I'd like to remember that progress does not need to be dramatic, you think. I'm going to try to notice what I did complete. I'm hoping to finish the day without judging myself too quickly. These sentences sound natural because they combine action with perspective. They do not only describe the schedule, they describe the person moving through it. Later, the evening arrives. You imagine returning home, closing the door, and letting the outside world become quieter again. If I have time, I might make something warm to eat. I'd like to stay away from my phone for a while. I'm hoping to have a calm evening. I'm planning to go to bed a little earlier. The future now feels less like a list and more like a gentle rhythm. Morning, work, rest, adjustment, evening. Some things are planned, some things are only hoped for. Some things will depend on how you feel. And that is what makes the language natural. Real people do not always speak about the future with complete certainty. They say, I'm planning to, when they have a plan. They say, I'd like to, when they have a preference. They say, I'm hoping to, when they have a wish. They say, I might, when the future is still open. And they say, if, when they know life may change. Listen now, as all of these intentions come together. Tomorrow, I'm going to start the day slowly. I'd like to begin without rushing. I have a few things to take care of, and I'm planning to focus on one thing at a time. I'm going to try not to put too much pressure on myself. If I feel tired, I'll take things slowly. If I have time, I might go for a walk. I'm hoping tomorrow feels a little lighter. And if something does not go according to plan, I'll adjust and continue. This is not a perfect schedule. It is something better. A flexible intention. Tomorrow does not need to follow every sentence exactly. Your English does not need to be perfect either. You only need to recognize the feeling behind the words. I'm going to for an intention. I'd like to for a preference. I'm hoping to for a wish. I might for a possibility. If for the moments that may change. Tonight, you have listened to the future take many forms. Certain, uncertain, hopeful, practical, and gentle. You do not need to decide everything now. You can let tomorrow remain partly unknown. It is enough to have a direction. It is enough to have a few calm intentions. It is enough to trust that you will respond when the day arrives. Tomorrow does not need to be perfect. It only needs to begin gently. So let the plans become quiet now. Let the hopes rest beside you. Let tomorrow wait where it belongs. And when it arrives, you will understand the words you need to meet it.